Create formula fields. The VP of Sales, Alison Wheeler, has requested for you to help her team collect additional information on opportunities. First, she would like sales and executive users to see their commissions calculated for won opportunities. She would also like the regions and the zones of accounts displayed on opportunities for all to see. And in an effort to enhance pipeline accuracy, she would like to display the discounted amount whenever a discount has been applied to an opportunity. Handle these requests by creating formula fields which allow you to define calculations that reference other fields to display new numeric text, date, or checkbox values specific to business requirements. Let's get started. Create formula fields. Create a custom formula field on the opportunity object that calculates 10% commission whenever an opportunity is closed as won. From Setup, click Object Manager and select Opportunities. So we go to the Object Manager here in the split screen view. Select Fields and Relationships. Okay, we need to select New firstly. There we go. Click New. Select Formula as a data type and click Next. Where do we have it? There we go, Formula Next. Enter Commission as the field label. Select Currency as a formula return type. Select Amount from Insert Merge Field Pick List. Click Insert Operator and click Multiply. In the commission currency box, enter 0.1. I'm not really sure where we are supposed to find that box. But anyway, we will just type it manually here, just like it's there, amount star 0.1. Let's just copy it because I think like the spacing is not the same. Oh, it's almost the same. Check syntax to ensure there are no errors, and it's all good. For description text, enter, okay, we just click copy, paste it, copy, paste it. Next. In the visible column header, select and deselect the checkbox to clear the checkboxes. In the visible column, select Sales User and System Administrator. Click Next and Save. So just to recap what we did there, we created the formula for the commission in the opportunity object to create the commission amount of 0.1 or 10% for the opportunity total amount. Apparently this automatically relates to the opportunity somehow, but let's see how this goes on here. Next, modify the formula so that the commission is only calculated when an opportunity is closed as won. When the field and relationships for the opportunity object, click the arrow down next to commission and edit. Okay. In the Formula Options section, click the Advanced Formula tab. I think this is the one. Then modify the formula. In the commission currency box. Oh, that's what I meant by the commission currency box. Click at the beginning of the formula to place a cursor just before amount. Okay. From the function list, select if and then click insert selected function. I don't see if here. So I guess this is logical. Speak well is also not there. See mouse maybe there. Nope. It's text. Oh, it's text. So apparently they changed it in the meantime. So now you know functions text and not if. So this is not accurate anymore. Now let's remove the space here. In the formula, highlight a logical test and click insert select function. Yeah, I don't think we are doing it right. This is not there, so let's just copy all of this here. So I'm not sure what's wrong here, but apparently they changed something. So we check the syntax, there are no errors, and then we save it, and that's about it. I looked around, I couldn't really find anything to make this like with if and everything like it's supposed to be there, so let's just continue there. Create a custom formula field on the opportunity object that displays the region and zone information from the account record. While in the fields and relationships for the opportunity object, click new. So let's do this. Select formula as a data type and click next. Region zone as the field label. Text as the return type. Click next. Click the advanced formula tab if it's not already selected. Here we are already there. From the function list, select text and click insert function. Text, insert function. In the formula, highlight the value, click Insert Field and select Account. From the second list on the Insert Field overlay that appears. From the new list, select Region, click Insert. Okay, here you can just type the R as like a little hack to get right there and then Insert. So we have that in the formula now, the region, and click at the end of the formula to position the cursor, and then click Insert Operator and select End Concatenate. From the function list, select text and then click Insert Selected Function. In the formula, highlight value, click Insert Field and select Account. And then Zone. Click Insert and show your formula looks like this. Nope. Oh, we forgot to do this. Like at the end of the formula, enter the backslash quotation. So now it actually looks like this. So they make us do lots of things, but they give insufficient information. What's actually going on there? Error, syntax error, extra text. Let's have a look there. I'm not really sure what's wrong. Need an N there again. I think that's missing. Let's see if that works. Now it works. Okay, the syntax is text account region. So let's display there as a text and then the slash and then the end and then the account zone. I'm not really sure why the N needs to be there. So maybe we can check like the Salesforce help to see what the concatenate actually does. Concat function returns a string by concatenating the values of these specific columns and input strings. For example, to display the close date as mddyy, concatenate the close month, date column, close date column, and a dash between each of them. Okay, so this is similar. I'm not really sure why it's required. But whatever. Let's just continue here. So let's copy the description text, copy the help text, next, and save it. Next, you create a formula field called amount after discount to calculate the amount after discount has been applied, but first create a custom percent field call the discount percentage was still in the field and relationships for the opportunity object. Click new. Select percent as the data type and click next. Enter discount percentage as a field label. Click next. Then deselect the visible header to clear out the checkboxes. And select Sales User and System Administrator. Now create the formula. While still in the fields and relationships for the opportunity object, click new. Select formula as the data type and click next. So what we just did there, apparently just created the field label. Unfortunately, we just do a lot of stuff, but there's not so much explanation why we are doing these things and how this all fits together. I think this would be good if there would be like more explanation, but let's just continue here and see if there's maybe an explanation later on how this all fits together. Amount after discount, currency, data type, click next. Click the simple formula tab. In that field, select amount. In that operator, multiply. In that operator, open parenthesis. After the open parenthesis, enter 1. Select subtract. Inert field pick list. Select discount percentage. Then we add the close parenthesis. So aside from the discount percentage, I think you can all enter it manually, so it's more or less still programming without having to remember the field names. So yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be, and then we check the syntax if it's correct. And that's right, so we copy the description. Calculate the opportunity amount after any discount has been applied. Next, save. You have helped make necessary information available to Allison's sales team with formulas. Move on to the next step where you create record types. So let's go over all of this again. We created the formula field for the commission. And then we did what? And we created the formula itself. No, we created the formula when this is supposed to apply, so only when it's closed one. And then we created a formula that displays the region and zone information. And the formula for the amount after discount. Should have been like more explanation when, what, why is supposed to be done. But I guess a bit of rote learning and repetition can't hurt. Usually when I start a new job somewhere, it takes like 2-3 months of repetition until I remember the steps correctly. Just like with like Salesforce usage for sales usage, like not as an admin but as a sales user. I think it took me like 2-3 months. So let's hope this helps, and yeah, let's just verify this and continue. Commission C either does not exist or the opportunity object is not of the type currency. So let's see, formula currency. Oh, the name is wrong. I forgot an M. That's why. I'm still thinking, like, if someone asked me to implement all this, it's highly unlikely that I would have come up with all these steps by myself in the correct way. But I hope that will change in the future. So let's just see if it verifies. Should be correct now. Just a spelling error. And we got the 100 points. So let's tackle the next step.